Dogs. Unc Andy, what's up, brother? Semper Fi, man. Semper Fi. What's going on? Good morning, brother. Good morning. We're gonna get out of Dodge here. We're going to get out of Dodge. Cheers, brother. You're here. Another day, another dollar. Back on the grind, brother. Back on the grind. Stock market's going up a little, thank God. Thank God. Can't have that thing fall down. That's a no-go. Got my lunch. This needs to be hooked up. And I think we're golden. My bad, y'all. Just catching my bearing. No, not that. There. Come on. $6.70. Sixth. Okay. Nope, that's in San Francisco. I'm not gonna go. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What the hell? Stop that. There we go. There we go. These are. Wow. Okay. Let's go. I like to move it, move it. Come on. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, what's up, David? Turn that cran onto dust. Get cran. Morning, dogs. What's up, Dirty Money? Raw. Trump taking out the trash. That's right, brother. Slowly and surely, one day at a time. It still feels like Christmas. Every morning it's something new with that guy, man. And our government seems to be shaping up, but not even close to where we need it to be. We all know where it needs to be. If we ran the government, we would all understand the assignment, you know? Let's not go up that street. Let's go this way. Let's go down. Down, down, down. Oh boy. But, yeah. At least no one can have too much power in our government. I think we witnessed some crazy times in our government. Just our president, last 4 years, I don't even believe in there's supposed to be a doctor in the White House that's supposed to be, doctor related and have doctor ways of thinking. Well, someone in that White House that was called a doctor was lying to the American people about Biden for 4 years, at least 4 years. I don't trust. If you're like associated with politicians or our government, I'll never trust you. I won't trust the White House doctor all the way to the Colonel Colin Powell. telling me we need to invade Iraq over weapons of mass destruction. You know, y'all hit that like button. Thank you, time. Oh, what's up, Bobo? What's going on, brother? Semper Fi, Devil Dog. I'm trying to figure out what's the best route to get to my destination. What's going on here? What's going on? I can't see. I think we're locked in. We should be locked in. All right, let's get you guys on the road, huh? There's no one on the road. Usually there's like semi trucks around here. What time is it? It's 0700. It's 55 degrees, freedom units, brothers. Good morning. Hey, Bullseye Ben, what's going on, Devil Dog? How did the signal booster work for you? I got it on right now. I mean, I don't know. I think it works, dude. Howard, I really think it works. I think it does, man. I got it hooked up. Right now. And the last stream yesterday, driving home after work, it only skipped out once. It only went a little bonkers once, and I don't think it even was that bad. James was on yesterday, and it skipped out once, and he was still there. He was locked in, and he was like, "I'm still here, Matt," but I just kind of refreshed my phone, and it popped up again. But so far, so good, I think, man. It's kind of, honest. I don't like it. It doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't know how it works really, but it's just like a box you put under your seat, and there's like a little another, like a 6-inch by 6-inch little box. It plugs into your cigarette lighter. There's another attachment, a little 2-inch by 1-inch little black box you kind of shove in between your armrest and the seat, and then another wire connected to the big 2x2 box that goes on top of your roof. So it's nothing. I guess it just slingshots your signal forward. I'm not too sure how it works, but so far so good, I guess. I'm not too sure. What's up, David? What's going on, brother? Raw. I was reading the other day, Greenland cost Denmark roughly 5.7 billion Danish crowns per year. About, oh shit, holy god, dude. Bobo, yeah, you guys, no wonder you guys, I mean, you guys are subsidizing a whole continent, basically. Dude, I wonder, man, if your government gets rid of Greenland, man, if it would ease the burden off you guys. I wonder, man. I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's your guys' money. It's not the Danish crown, brother. It's Bobo. It's Bobo just hanging out at his house. You guys are funding all of Greenland, you know? I mean, I guess a lot of countries, we do that. That's crazy. Denmark, man. I don't know. That's you, Bobo. You're subsidizing a whole continent, basically. You and your family from the last 100 years have been paying for that piece of rock. Welcome to the rock. It's pretty crazy. How much is the cheapest signal booster? I got mine, Ben, for $150. 150. There's better ones, but it's like you just don't know. I don't know if it works all the time. You just don't know. It's kind of I get there's like something on your phone where you can check, even if you have like a Android, you can check like if it's actually kind of working. But it's weird, man. It's a weird one. It kind of works though. I think it does, man. My phone hasn't dropped yet, so we'll see how many times it drops today, this morning. This will be a true test. And then after the stream, I'll check to see if it was actually connected, because I just kind of up and ran. You know, I got other things to do today, baby. Gotta make that money. Let's make Greenland, Redland, Redland. Like Redlands out here in California. That's I used to work for a police department called Redlands PD, man. I'll definitely shop around. Yeah, Ben, if you shop around, man, and if you understand what it all means, because I kind of bought it on a Sunday and I just got it and threw it all together. If you go in a little more depth into it, let me know if you find out any. And I'll send you what I'll text you what I got later, brother. And this way you can check it out. But yesterday, it only dropped once, man, and maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, it's scary. I got it, man. It's not easy, or it's easy to set up. All you have to do is basically keep the things away from each other. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting AWOL, a big thing in the armed forces. It's going AWOL. Yeah. I mean, it just hurts yourself, you know. It doesn't affect. So in the Marine Corps, we call it a UA, unauthorized absence. We just kick you out. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's it all depends on your command and stuff, but if you don't show back up, you just can't come back, you know. If you come back, there'll be, I had guys that showed up one day, then never showed up again, you know. They just life goes on. And it's weird, because in the military, man, if life goes on and you gotta go, you just go, you know. You won't get any of the benefits. Everything will be kind of a big waste of nothing, you know, if you serve, if you have more than a couple years. But they're not going to hunt you down or arrest you. They just kick you out slowly, fuck, whatever. Bobo the hobo ain't here no mo. We just, the only thing that they would ever be pissed off at, and it's not like the military would be, it's like your command, it's people that will have to deal with you being AWOL. If you take equipment or gear, they'll want that back, AWOL is usually over a woman. Yeah. Yeah, it's over a woman, or if someone figures out there's a drug test and then someone won't show up. But if you don't show up for a drug test, they just kick you out anyways. So it's kind of, it's over a woman. Yeah. There's not ever really yeah, you're right, Howard. That's funny. Is the same as desertion? Desertion, no, because sometimes, shit happens, dude. Like sometimes, a UA or AWOL will, you'll have a legitimate excuse. Yeah, I mean, you're still going to pay the ultimate price, and they still might kick you out. But desertion means you dereliction of duty. In the Marine Corps, so if you desert your battle buddies out on the battlefield, it's punishable by death. And in my world, and in my world, if you make yourself more important than your buddies out in combat, we'll just kill you, man. Yeah. And then when you go to war, you know, and this is how the Marine Corps did it, and this is how just my unit did it. If you go to war, we're very selective with who we bring, you know, and if you're not up to par with the boys, you know, we don't ask you to go. You know, it's an honor going to fighting a war for the United States. So it's very, very selective. You know, you could be 3-4 years in, and if people don't trust you, you're going to be kind of put to the side doing all the bitch work, you know, where you're not responsible for anybody. Oh yeah, it can get ugly, man. But desertion in my world, we just bury you right there, dude. We'll find you and we'll bury you. And I you know, I was the lowest ranking like Marine in my unit, man, and everyone, you know, we all knew each other, all knew families, you know, we kind of met each other's wives or children, you know, everyone has, yeah, none of that matters out there, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Easy way to immigrate is to join the military. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's easy. The American values of freedom really speaks to me. Bobo, talking to you makes me proud, man. I didn't read your whole comment, but hey, Jackson Ransom, what's up, Devil Dog? Get in today, man. Stay motivated, stay positive, Ransom. American values of freedom really speaks to me. It's not the same here in Denmark. That's you know, it's something that you can obtain, Bobo. It's like, you know, I don't have you know, if I have, you know, my wife and kids, you know, I don't have those, but if I did, I would want to defend them at all costs, you know, and that's what it's, you know, and you don't have to, you know, you can defend your own family, you know, as a man, you can defend your own against men, you know, or whoever, monsters, but they're usually going to be men. You know, you can defend out here in America. One man can defend his wife, his daughter, and son by just buying a boomstick, and you can defend off hordes of men. You know, it's the values. It's almost being really selfish, but most Americans aren't selfish. You know, because we understand the end game, and you know, we understand that we are only on this planet for once, and we like new things and bigger, better things. So don't fuck, you know, we tell each other, don't fuck it up, man. Now that's amazing to me, but it makes me motivated, man. That's a really, really cool thing you to say. And you know, and you'll never be bugged. You know, that's the best part, you know. Once a year, you might have to go down and do your taxes with some nice lady, you know, or you can do it online, you know, TurboTax. But other than that, you know, if you don't have a cable TV or like a radio, you'll never know what's happening on the outside of your own property, you know. And that's the best part, man. You can buy a piece of property out here and never see anyone for 20 years. You know, and you can have your own family on your own property, and they can, you know, you can live a whole life without even paying attention to the rest of the world, you know, and that's the beauty about it. You know, the government doesn't make you learn their communist ways, or, you know, if someone sells something cheaper, even on the black market, you can buy it, you know, the FBI and the CIA and the IRS, you know, all these special agencies, you know, you're not that important. They're not going to arrest you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the citizens of this country, yeah, that's amazing, Bobo. That's amazing. That makes me proud, you know? That makes me proud. SSS, shot, shovel, and shut up. You mean all I had to do was not be good with the men and I didn't have to go? Only one guy hated me and everyone hated him. Yeah. my sergeant, man, I hated my sergeant, and everyone hated him too. I traveled the world, no IE found, no place as good as the USA. Yeah, that's, Mexico. I've been to a couple countries, but nothing like you time. But yeah, man, I mean, I would love to live in like Denmark for a year. It would drive me nuts, dude. Because I would get in trouble because I would be asking too many questions. I'm like, why can't I go do this? Why is this so damn expensive? Why does everyone think alike? And does everyone have the same opinion in Denmark? Like, can I like have a total can I believe in aliens in Denmark? Because most Americans think there's alien shit. Like if you grab an average American and then grab another average American, they're gonna have totally different lifestyles, totally different upbringings, totally different ways of living, and yet they share the same values, man. Is, hey, don't bug me, I won't bug you. If I'll you look after your family and raise them right, I'll look after mine. And then when our families meet in the wherever they do, they'll be open. I don't know. America is, it's never been done before, man. Never been done before. It's a trip. No, just stay away from baby oil, and Diddy may get you. The Diddler is gonna strike back, dude. Let me tell you how crazy it is. If you are walking in a government-owned forest in Denmark, you are not allowed to break any you are not allowed to break a stick from a tree and bring it home. So say what? Oh yeah. So it's just like any other. Damn Bobo. that law was a waste of ink and paper, because now the government is claiming. See, that's what governments do, though, because governments, I always look at governments like this. They don't make anything. They don't really do anything. All they do is talk and try to argue and convince you of other things. They're not a business where, they're not the tire factory making tires and producing something which is needed every day. They don't do that. They don't do anything. I don't know what they actually do besides irritate everyone, but they don't really make anything. They're not a business, but they really want to be a business. They want to be a business so bad. In Russia, they'll have like oligarchs where like Putin will control 10 people that own everything, so the government has control of the businesses, and that's where men like to be, right? In business and making decisions and signing $1 million checks and, getting the big limo. That's where a lot of government officials want to be the baller, So like in Denmark, if the government is not in that game of making moves and grooving, they'll just start owning random things like that. They own the forest. According to the law, whoever's in charge owns the forest. Like, okay, you don't own a forest, man. You just don't do it. You can't just own the forest. And if I want to break a branch of wood and take it home to my house, you can't own that, man. And that's what governments end up doing. They end up just making shit up, and it drives everyone nuts, dude. I miss when people just hug trees. Now they make laws to protect their tree bodies. Yeah, it's insane. Like if you go to Yosemite or Yellowstone National Forest, that's a federal park. But if you want to go and chop down a tree in Yellowstone, by all means, dumbass, go for it. Like, no one's gonna probably stop you. someone's going to tell you, hey man, that's not a good idea to be chopping down trees out in the, it's the federal government doesn't own it, but there's park rangers and they don't want you chopping down a tree, but if you can steal what that's just crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Dude, if you want to go out to the middle of the grassy knoll and build yourself a little tent house like the bums, like no one's going to stop you there either, Like very few times will you ever be stopped in America for doing what you kind of want to do, unless it doesn't, bother no. Even if it bothers someone, you'll probably won't be stopped. Assets versus liability. Ooh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I missed one. Oh, Trio. Yeah, that's how I kind of think about the government. They want to be in the board meeting rooms. They dress in suits. Like if you dress in a suit, you're going what? Where were you going? A board meeting, maybe a job interview, somewhere, where you're kind of working or need to present yourself in a good light. Politicians dress up in suits to fucking do what? They don't do anything. It's like they go to school for 8 hours in a suit and they just go home, but they don't get anything really accomplished. Imagine the last time the government told you, oh man, we accomplished this big thing yesterday. Oh yeah, what'd you guys do? Oh, we had a bunch of meetings, and it's like that. You didn't accomplish anything. All you did is sit around. Like actions speak louder than words, devil dogs. You always remember that. If someone's telling you to do something or something got accomplished, look at their hands, man. Be like, what'd you do? Did you go outside and build something? Or I don't understand what accomplished, shit, man. If I told my parents in school I accomplished a lot and I didn't do my homework, that's a problem, It's weird, right? They I don't know why they dress up like why wear like a suit and tie? Why don't you just wear like a jeans and a coat, and maybe just a nice shirt underneath, something more relaxed since you're not that important. But they wear a suit and tie. Like President Trump wears a suit and tie. That guy does been doing business his whole life. Biden wearing a suit and tie, it's, imagine your 80-year-old grandpa wearing a suit and tie every day. It's like, dude, Gramps, where's your zapatos at? Where's your chanclas, fool? Power does what it wants. Yeah, that's true. Power does what it wants. Yeah, man, that's weird. Yeah. That damn tree that... See, they like Denmark government, they just take ownership of weird things because they don't really own anything, They want to feel more useful, so they are, they're gonna protect the trees and make sure their own citizens don't steal a piece of wood from the forest. It's like, what? What? Oh man, that's weird, man. That's I don't know, man. I mean, that makes me proud, Bobo, that you see. Yeah, even most Americans don't see the value of American freedom, man. A lot of Americans here are in La La Land, and that's fine too. Like, if you want to go in La La Land your whole life, that's fine. And you know what? I might be wrong. Because they might look at me and say, dude, you're in La La Land, I might be in La La Land. I don't know, man. That's the beauty about being an American. No one's right. No one's right, no one's wrong. Everyone just kind of gets up and goes to work. And, you could be black, white, yellow, whatever fucking crayon color you want to be. You can be whatever religion. No one really cares. Matter of fact, if you talk about religion, it like bugs people most of the time. It's like, dude, shut up, you know? If you talk about government most of the time, people are just gonna tell you to shut up. Like, dude, no one cares, man. No one cares. You have a better chance of talking about sports with the stranger than anything else. And that's the thing, man. Like, what you see on TV about America, it doesn't happen in real life. It's made up. Like, you know, the Baltimore riots, that was a small little city in Baltimore that bunch of dudes came out and burnt down their own town. Like, oh, okay, well, that doesn't really affect anybody besides the people that burnt down their own city and some of the business owners. But, you know, cops can't be everywhere. You know, cops can't be everywhere. So that's what our Second Amendment's for. You know, it's weird, man. It's super strange how it kind of plays out. Say no, Ned. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Well, not really. Okay, we're good. I forgot. Are you noticing less illegals out there in Cali? There we go. I think we're ticking. There we go. Sorry, devil dogs. Damn, I don't know what it just closes on me. I can't tell. Yeah, it's weird. I got full service 5G plus. It just kind of it bloops out on me, man. Oh, there's a detour. Here in Texas, you can actually go to anywhere you know and ask if they have a gun. More than not, they have at least 4 to 6. Yeah, I think in Havasu, Arizona, if it gets so hot there, if you go, if you knock on someone's door and ask for water, they're obliged to help you. Yeah, I think that I heard that a long time ago, and it sounds pretty true because it gets so hot there, man. You gotta ask for help. Probably an alien flying past the Starlink satellite. I want to get Starlink. That would be pretty cool. And see if you, I think he's trying to get it for your phone so you can have internet anywhere instead of relying on a stupid cell phone tower. That would be interesting. Yeah, T-Mobile already working with Starlink. Really, T-Mobile's gonna blow up, dude. I might switch providers, man. I think if I buy a new cell phone, I might switch. I'm gonna go see my my signal booster, see if it actually works or something. Yeah, like it's ranking the ground. Oh, nice. Hey, Mama Rock Me. This is where they have all the horsies, man. SoCal, yeah. This is Horsetown, USA, man. All these white fences, all full of horses. People love their horses in this city. Love their horses. Seems to be working decent. Only one buffer so far. Yeah, only one. Let me see this thing. And then, let me see. All the lights are green. I want to see what that means. I forget. Basic signal knowledge. Cell tower for, okay. Dead signal. What does the thing mean when it's all green? When all the lights are green, we gotta get in between. How to visually confirm your installation is effective and correct at a distance of 1 feet from the inner door antenna. Test the signal strength. The test results are blah blah blah. For example, if you're 1 feet away from the door antenna, your outside antenna is recording. Okay. Run a signal strength check. Test the signal strength with the booster off. You should have a strong signal. You can access the signal strength through the settings menu on your phone. What? When you plug in your power adapter, the booster runs a self-diagnostic as the power's on. Use the LED lights on the panel to interpret the results. If everything is properly, and there's the LED light should flash 1 second and then go off. What? That made no sense to me. Oh, wait, check. Okay, if any of the lights on the front panel are flashing in green, then off. Continue flashing / solid green. It means the self is occurring. You must switch off the booster and then check the outside antenna. Wait, what? You must wait. If any of the lights on the front panel are flashing in green, then off. Continue flashing / solid green. It means the self. Wait, is it solid green? No. Now it's off. Okay. I don't know. It seems to be working, yeah. The brand new Tesla phone service anywhere, dude. I heard he's trying to go for a Tesla phone too. That would be sweet, man. I don't know. This guy, Elon Musk, the dude thinks of wild stuff, man. And he's a man of action. I'll tell you that much. A man of action. It could be that your upload speed is too slow for the stream, maybe. Oh yeah. Could be. Could be. Let me see. I'll tinker with it. So far, so good, though. You know, so far, I think it's working. I think it's working. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go here. No thanks. I'm gonna check this out, boys. Wait, where'd it go? Come on, some bitch. Wait. No? Okay. Join. Edit? No. Huh. Yeah, I'll tinker with it more as we go. As we go. A lot of volcanic rock in South California affected signal. Probably. Could be. I have no idea. Give me a sec, Devil Dogs. I'm gonna go inside and grab something. BRB, man. Hang on tight. Hold the fort down. Yeah, that's it. All right. All right, let's get up out of here. We got a long drive, man. We got like an hour drive out to the desert, boys. So anyone watched the game last night? Oh yeah, dude. Houston freaking blew it, dude. Houston blew it, man. I can't believe it. They were what? I mean, they couldn't have that magic like when they beat Duke, man. That was a good game. I don't think Florida won. I think Houston lost. You know, that makes sense. 2, 3, 4. Boom. Don't watch the NBA anymore. Boring. No contact. Oh, yeah. I'm a Gator fan. Go Florida. Yeah, Florida took it down, man. Florida took it down. All right. There we go. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Where am I going again? Oh. Yes. España. I'm going somewhere. All right, let's get that out of here. I don't want to be. Let's move and groove. Oh shit! There's a car right behind me. All right. The UConn, I'm a UCLA fan, man, so I started watching the Final Four for the women's, and UCLA got crushed by the UConn girls, and then that girl, Paige Buckner, dude, she's freaking good. I almost enjoy watching women's basketball or college because they're at that like stage of progression in the game where they still run really good plays. They still play very fundamental, but they're not in that dunking mentality or the long 3-point shots. They still have a little like a basketball. It's really fun to watch, and they're getting better. It's still awful, but at least they're getting a little better. It's not like college. College basketball's still good, I think, but the pros are awful, man. The pros are awful. They're so boring to watch. It's zero excitement, man. And they all look like, the WNBA and the NBA, they all look like bums, dude. Like it just looks gross. Like it just looks gross, dude. It looks like all the players look like ass. I don't know, man. It doesn't. I used to love the NBA, dude. In the 90s with Jordan and John Stockton, dude. Allen Iverson. Oh, he was cool, man. Kobe. But now it's garbage. Habla Español. Portuguese. No habla Español. Jordan made NBA epic. LeBron made it a joke. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad. Jordan made it. I think Bird and Magic made it like kind of exciting, and Jordan took it to a whole nother level. Kobe held on to that. And Kobe and Shaq, I think, held on to that the Jordan era, and they held on to it with ease and grace, especially Kobe. And then now it's just it's a free for all, dude. It's so boring. It's so boring. I would rather watch college female basketball than anything that has to do with the pros, dude. Even football's getting on my nerves, man. Pro football. They're a bunch of pansies, dude. Bunch of pansies. I grew up in like the Ray Lewis days, dude. The Mike Allstott. Mike Allstott was a beast. The Bus. Jerome Bettis, dude. Oh, remember big old Jerome Bettis, dude? The Bus. I forgot about that guy. The Kate 80s and 90s basketball team was a full of half Hall of Famers. Now it's you are 5 feet near someone, it's a foul. Oh yeah, and more power to the refs, man. They were able to call fouls more. They slowed the game. It's awful, dude. You gotta listen to the refs talk now. They gotta explain it. It's so weird, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know who watches that shit anymore. I don't know one person that goes to any of these games. Why would you pay $400 to sit in the nosebleeds? Watch a bunch of full-grown men pass the ball around, and they can't even. There's no contact. It's basically a non-contact sport, man. People are just titty bumping up there, man. We have a sport in Scandinavia called death jumping. Holy shit, dude. That doesn't sound like a. That just sounds like that doesn't sound. That's crazy, man. Death jumping? What is that? What do you do? Are you gonna die? You're literally gonna die. That's not a sport, man. That's for crazy people. Ironhead Craig Hayward. Lorenzo Neal and Romanski. Scandinavia called the Death Jump. I have no idea what that sounds. What is going? Walter Payton, dude. Barry Sanders. Emmett Smith. Yeah, those are classic. Walter Payton was good, man. Emmett Smith with Dallas. Dude, that girl, Army Brat, she comes on here every once in a while. Dude, she used to say she used to party with Emmett Smith back in the day in Dallas. Yeah, that girl Army Brat's crazy. She's just cool, man. She's crazy cool. Crazy cool. Sometimes taller. Ooh. Death jumping. What do you do with death jumping? That's that doesn't seem like a sport, man. That seems like you're that seems like Russian roulette. Reggie Waters, Roger Craig, and Thurman Thomas. Holy moly, what are they doing out here? More construction. Probably building more houses. This used to be a farm. Now the farm is gone. It was a cornfield farm. Now the farm is gone. Look at that soil. It looks like beautiful soil, though. Looks like rich, healthy soil. Now they're going to put houses on it. So sooner or later, California is going to be a state of imports. We'll never export anything out of California again. I guarantee it. Probably in 100 years, man, we'll be a state of imports and no exports. Which I don't think a state can survive like that, to be honest. How could you survive like that? Oh, you know, we're gonna import like cheap labor from Mexico. That's what we'll become like a slave state. Yeah, I've been a Saints fan of football since 1970. The Saints, man, you must have been happy when they finally won the Super Bowl after Katrina, man. What was that 2008? That was amazing for that town, but. The Saints, man, I mean, pretty good city to be playing in. Good franchise, you know, had some rough year. The Aints, I remember the Aints. We're exporting citizens no one wants to stay here. Did YouTube ban my comment about death jumping? No. Oh, well, maybe. No, I still got it. I still see it, Lobo. Death jumping. I'm surprised. They always ban what Howard can't even speak on YouTube. They ban Howard like every 10 seconds he says something. It's crazy. I don't know why. Yeah, it's weird. YouTube, I don't even know what YouTube bans. They just ban stuff for no reason. I don't think there's a rhyme or right reason. What's up, Devil Dogs? Devil Dogs. Hold on, boys. What? I get banned in Facebook. I had a 6 month when they call a guy. Calls me gay. Oh, on Facebook, 6 months on Facebook. That's wild. That's wild. Death jumping is a sport where you jump off a 20 feet tall platform into a pool. Coolest jump wins. Oh man, that sounds like 20 feet. So that sounds 20 feet. That's high up there. You could do some serious damage if you mess up those jumps. Coolest jump win, or the one who just like belly flops the hardest. Oh God. And I'm sure the water's freezing balls. Yes, they said hate crime, but I didn't say anything. You know, man, I'm happy, man, that we you know, England is going down a funky path, dude. You know, there's no-go zones in some parts of England and Wales or whatever's out there, man. You know, they're the banning of social. Dude, England and Germany went hard in the paint in the social media era. Well, here's the deal, guys. Like, you got to think, these social media companies are American companies, you know. So if the government doesn't like this American company, they're gonna ban it, you know, or you know, censor it like they're doing in Germany. It's more offensive to call someone a dipshit online than it is to their face, because in Germany they said online it's forever. That's insane, man. Like, you know. And that's the whole point about like all these like social media companies, and they were getting woke, man. If they're banning you for and what hate speech is just something they don't like, you know. It could be anything, and it's usually about them, or you know, like Bobo the hobo said, they're damn, you know, they'll take ownership of a forest and claim that, you know, you can't touch our forest. Governments, dude. I mean, they always take possession of something that's not theirs. You know, that's how governments work. Some cultures are better than others. Hey, what's up, brother James? Yeah, you're right, man. I mean, no one wants to say that, right? What's up, Gina? Simplify, James. You're right, man. That's I couldn't say it. Some cultures are better than others. Absolutely, man. You got to pick winners and losers. Go to your new job. Wait, what? What's up, Gina? Go to your new job, but you're the only one who speaks English. Why don't you know English? Like I know some Spanish, I know some German, because I had to take those classes in high school. But why would you? That sounds like a you problem. Don't blame everyone else because you can't speak English. That's silly, you know. If you want to do business, you're gonna have to speak English. English is the business language. You know, if you want to do business in Japan, guess what? I'm not learning Japanese. Guess when Trump calls the Japan Prime Minister, they speak in English. They don't speak Japanese. I'll tell you that much. She does her co-workers know none. Oh, some culture, yeah. Europe has ruined themselves. Yeah, man, it's pretty scary, man. If Spanish is the main language in California, Gina, I live in California, and believe me, Spanish is not the main language in California. I grew up here. I played football here. I served my country in most Army or Marine Corps bases in California. I would say Spanish is our second language, but that's only in Southern California. You go up north, no one speaks Spanish there, love. Sorry. I'll tell you what, though, it's really badass. I've said this many a times that in the United States Marine Corps, if you jump on the radio and need to, be incognito about what you're saying, it's funny because, most people in the Marine Corps will speak Spanish, or know Spanish. And it's funny, man, because, you would think, the American military, whatever you picture the American military as, there's, we have most of it's just, Mexican dudes, from America that know Spanish, like myself or my buddy Johnny B, and, if you need to have an encrypted message, you speak in Spanish. Because not a lot of people know Spanish at the same time. It's great. As maybe for you, Gina, maybe for you it might be Spanish, but not for me. Where you live in California, you guys might all speak Spanish, but you hang out in my world, you're going to be speaking a lot of American, mama. A lot of American, mama. Did you get a drink on me? I did, James. I did. I had one with my mom and dad, man. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink with my dad. Yeah, that's. I don't really go out and drink with my friends anymore, or out in public. If I go drink, I'll go pick up my mom and dad from their house, and we go to the local bar and have a dinner salad and a nice cold one. My dad, I have a Firestone. My mom will have a Michelob Ultra in a bottle. She doesn't like drinking out of a glass. She'll drink out, a glass bottle. She doesn't drink it out of the tap. And my dad will have a Dewar's or Chevy's on the rocks, and a double. But yeah, my good man, I appreciate you. Thank you, Jim. Or James, sorry, brother. Thank you, James. Yeah, I did, man. I did. I enjoy it, dude. Because I tell them, man, I'll go and pick them up. I'll text them, like when I get off stream, I'll text them, hey, you guys want to go grab a beer? And they'll chime in and say, yeah. And almost 99% of the time, they're more than willing. And I'll go pick them up. They jump in. They'll be outside waiting for me, excited. They'll jump in and they'll hop in the tactical minivan and we'll take off, man. It's real fun. It's real fun. Thank you, brother. Me no speaky freedom. A lot of people know Spanish. Even you know Spanish? Oh yeah, Gina. Oh yeah. Spanish is definitely the second language in California, but not the first. Not the first. That's silly. That's silly talk. Even if you don't know, so this is how you can tell, Gina. Even if you don't know English, you can still speak with someone about American, as American as it gets, and we can figure it out. But if you speak only Spanish and you try to speak to me in Spanish, I won't know what you're saying. But if you know some English, you can get by. Most people don't know any Spanish. It's like talking to a wall. If you go down to Mexico and you speak English, people will understand what you're saying. To Montana, to speak Spanish, the guy in Montana is not going to understand. That's how you can tell English is more prevalent. And English is the American language of the United States, or English is the official language of the United States. Trump had to write that in as an executive order, man. Unc Andy, what's up, man? Spanish is second language in Florida, Miami especially. Oh yeah, because of Cuba. Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the beauty about it, man. Like, you go to New Orleans, or the Saints play. I haven't been there, but my buddy was like, dude, they kind of speak a different language down there. in New Orleans, they're port people, you know, they live by the water, they're sea people, man. That's where you know, that's the pirates used to go back in the day. I honestly wish I could speak Spanish. It's real easy, man. It's real easy. It sounds just like English, but you know, and with Spanish, you can almost bullshit your way into having someone understand you. The only thing I hate about Spanish is there is a female and male way of speaking. You know, hermano, hermana. You know, you got to put an A instead of an O, and they got the little squiggly lines above like the ends and stuff. The little squiggly lines. Spanglish, yeah. All my buddies working on the kitchen spoke Spanglish. Yeah, and yeah, you know, it's like Spanish. Spanish is good to know. Spanish is good to know. If there was one language I would consider, like James said, I would Spanish, man. But to like put when they, I don't know, yeah, I guess it's like when I hear my friend Herman, they would speak in Turkish or whatever, Arabic, whatever the official language is. Dude, it's like, what are you guys talking about? You know, I had no idea. But like for me, when someone speaks Spanish around me, there will be certain words I will understand, and then I can string the sentence together. I can't really speak it, but I can understand it. You know, I can't roll my R's, man. Like, I'm too whitewashed, bro. I am way too whitewashed. I'm studying Russian. There are about 7 ways to say "you're." Really, dude? In Russian? Wow. You're studying Russian, Bobo. That's going to be important, man. That's a good language to learn. Because no one understands Russian, right? No one really learns. That's awesome, man. Dude, Bobo, if you really learn Russian, and I'm just assuming you guys have a slightly different, I don't know, I'm gonna sound so stupid, man. Do the Danes have Danish people? Do you guys have a different language? Do you guys speak like Danish? Is that a thing? Or did I just make that? I've seen Austin Powers one too many times. The Dutch. But if you know Russian, man, and for some reason you end up joining the military out here or whatever, getting your, dude, you can get paid more for learning Russian. Dude, you could, I don't know what you can do if you know Russian in the United States, but they could, if they want you, they're going to pay you a lot of money to translate Russian, you know, or, I don't know. That's pretty interesting, Bobo. If I didn't know that, man, that opens up your what you can do in the military. You can be I don't know, man. You can work in the Russian embassy or something. If you understand Russian, they're gonna take you up on that offer, you know. We speak Danish here. Okay, Danish, yeah. So you know your home language. You can obviously read and write and speak English. American, brother. You obviously can speak American, brother. You know what I'm, God bless America. And then if you know Russian, man, that's very, I don't know anyone that speaks Russian, man. Or like I don't know any Middle East or European people out here. We don't get those type of folk out here. We get Asian, Mexican, and you know, whoever's in South America, which we just call we call everyone Mexican. We don't care if you're from Argentina, or Brazil, you're still Mexican. They hate that, dude. Yeah, you speak Spanish? Oh, yeah, you're Mexican. No one cares. No one cares where you're really from in the poor country of South America, you know? I can speak America, Danish, and a little Russian. There you go, brother. Oh, God bless America. All you need is a cheeseburger and some freedom fries, brother, and you're okay. Speaking American, see, and there's like English, right? You can speak English and you know, do all that fancy smanchy stuff, or you can speak American, which is basically your own way of speaking English, right? You know, if I'm from California, I say bro and dude a lot, and I have like a nonchalant way of thinking, and I kind of brush things aside. You go to, you know, and I'm very hyperbolic, you know, I over exaggerate things. You know, you can, a lot of, you know, I think that's what, you know, you go to Texas, they say y'all, you know, you go to Montana, you know, you even go to Northern French, you know, it's all different, man. Everyone speaks their own American language out here. You know, everyone was raised different, you know, and their way of speaking American is a little different, you know, but you understand it. You don't have to, you know, there's no understanding. You know, there's no right way of speaking American, you know. That's what I say. There's a correct way of speaking English. Sure, yeah. You know, there's a correct way of speaking, you know, Vive la France. But people, you can't go to France and then like half-ass, you know, the French language. They get mad at you, right? Something like that. Or, you know, Spanglish, you know, people, you know, people that speak Spanish, they you know, they understand that it's kind of difficult, and they don't mind if you butcher it. You know, they'll help you. You know, if you go to China, they're not, you know, if you try to, they're going to tell you to shut up and speak English if you can't speak Chinese, you know. That's what I think. I don't know if that's true, but become a linguistic in the military, longest tech school, but many jobs after service. Oh, yeah, that would be interesting. Land of the free and home of the Whopper. Oh, dude, no. Now you're getting all patriotic on us there, Bobo, talking about the Whopper. What was it? If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face. And it's some hot chick getting sauce on her face. That's what I'm aiming for. Time good, man. Yeah, that I mean, someone that I don't know anybody that even thought about learning Russian or and Russian is obviously a great language to know if Russia's still going to be Russia, you know, and Russia's never going to go away. That's a great language to know. What made you want to learn Russian, man? What the hell? Like, you just wake up and go, you know what? You know, because you got a busy life, Bobo, you know, learning a new language. I mean, that takes, you actually have to want to do that, you know? Okay, here's a, wait, you got a date? You know, damn it. I was going to say something, but I think I already know the answer. Devil Dogs. Thanks for the props. Oh, thanks for the pops. Hey. I was leveraged into getting a getting an A in getting an A in Spanish in high school. No A, no ski boat on the weekends. So Seth's the dad. Oh, I got you, brother. Oh. Hey, well, you know. You know, yeah, I mean, that's what dads are for, right? If you don't get an A, you ain't gonna go skiing, brother, you know? Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, that's what my dad did too, man. My dad was like, look at Matt. My brother was already a disaster. He was causing trouble, headaches for my mom and dad. And my mom and dad didn't want to deal with another rambunctious son. So my dad straight up said, Matt, he's I'll take care of you. You'll have a nice car, and I'll do my dad duties if you keep playing sports, get it like a 2.0, and don't bug me. And I said, yeah, no problem, Dad. I said, I planned on playing sports. I don't like bugging you, and I'm out of here at 17. It was the bait and carrot, or the stick and carrot. Thanks for that, Pops. There, yeah, and I remember, my dad. You don't want to let your dad down. There's something about not letting your dad down, and making sure that like James, dude, like that. When I pick up my mom and dad and I take them out for a nice drinky poo, my dad really loves it, man. I don't know if you're still listening, James, but it's like I'm probably reading so much into it, but just I feel like I feel like he's proud, like my son has done a lot. The dude's picking me up after work and taking me, his mom, that has to be a proud moment that has to be, dude. I mean, I'm not a dad. If anyone's out, my son's picking me up after work and we're gonna go get a beer and come home and watch the game. Like, I feel like that's a proud moment for a father. I would be happy if my son every day or every other day or whatever was like, hey, let's go get a beer. I know, man. I think I'm getting soft with my old age. I used to be one crazy dude, but now I'm picking up my mom and dad for, it's crazy. It's weird, man. I'm totally different lifestyle, Hey, Uncle Andy sent a thumbs up. Hey, thanks, brother. Hey, I see it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Unc. Appreciate it, bro. I wanted to challenge myself, learn their alphabet. Oh my God, their alphabet is a bunch of scribbly lines. There's like a backwards 3 in there when I was 16, but never really went further from there. But I've gotten back to it now. Wow, man. That's good for you, man. That's just something that you got to get done. I get that. Something you just have to get done. I understand that. Yeah, it's a great feeling, man. I get that feeling too, man. It's something like when I was training in MMA and boxing and stuff, I stopped doing that for like a month. I needed a break just from, training and my body, and I took piano lessons randomly. I found some lady online, dude. It was weird, man. So I took piano lessons. I'll tell you guys the story. It's pretty funny. So I don't know how I found this lady, but she lived like up the street from me. It was like a Korean lady, like very nice, lovely family, but she was like 7 months pregnant. And I would show up to her house before I would go to training in the boxing ring or whatever. And I would show up in like my workout stuff, and I would go and sit with this like 7-month pregnant Korean chick, and she would teach me piano. It was awesome, man. I did it for about a month and a half. I haven't done it since, but just to learn the keys and how to like hold your hands, and I started practicing a little more. It was fun. I plan on doing that again. You're right, Bobo. It's something that I just kind of wanted to learn, and just kind of how to hold my hands with the piano and the letters and the foot pedals and stuff. I kind of forgot now, but I would love to go back to her and yeah, she would sit next to me, guys, and I would kind of sit there, and I have like Under Armour leggings, because I would go and kick a big old heavy bag. I would sit there and try to play the piano. She was honestly like 7-8 months pregnant, dude, and she would sit there like and hold her belly. It was so funny, dude. And it would just be me and her. Her husband was never around. I would like, dude, you're so like you invite me here. It's so weird, and it was even weirder that I would show up and wait outside her house because she had another student teaching lessons, and I would wait outside her house, and like I would see another lady outside the house, a mom waiting for her son to get like released by my piano teacher. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean by you just kind of wanted to do it. That's interesting, man. Good for you, man. That's something that that motivation, that urge to keep learning. That's good, man. Keep learning, man. You don't have to be perfect, but just YouTube is very important by searching for things and stuff like that. Damn, they built this place up here, man. This is wild. Look at all these damn houses. Where do all these people... See, I think people are moving out of the cities, man. I think people are moving out of the cities, selling their homes because of the fires. I think they're trying to reimagine and rethink the city of Los Angeles here. Wow. Keep on, brother. I've always liked to stimulate my mind, but when I was younger, I went into some bad company, so did a lot of stupid things. But now that I've gotten older, I can start changing my life in a good way. Yeah, I got that, Bobo. And that's okay too, man. Because without doing stupid things, you don't learn. You don't learn, and you learn. That's okay, man. Doing stupid things is. I look at it this: you either do stupid things when you're young, or you do stupid things when you're older. And it's better to get it out of the way when you're young. And it's not bad. If you did something to someone to hurt someone, or it doesn't make you a bad person, man. It makes you normal. And if you feel bad for something like that, and it's like, oh, I kind of want to make it up for. Don't let it eat at you. It's normal, man. It means you're a normal person and you got feelings. Just shove those feelings deep down inside you and don't bring them out. I don't believe in feelings, man. I'm glad you have them. I got them too, but I don't like talking about. Don't feel bad, man. Just it's part of your journey through life. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no I did good or bad. It's just, you keep on keeping on, brother. One day at a time. Get through the day. Just all that's survive the day. I think that's what most people, even myself, I tend to forget, man. It's very rare in human history where we can sit around and contemplate our future, and come up with these big masterful plans for our future and all that stuff. Back in the day, you were just trying to survive the day. I think we're the first generations to really we can plan like a long distance into the future. You got a 4-year goal, 10-year, 100 years ago, people were just trying to survive the day. And that's what I kind of do, man. I just try to survive the day, and I go home. Back when you're younger, you weren't surviving shit. You were just, if you survived the day, you survived. You didn't even think about that. You just, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Oh, don't worry about it. Thank you, man. No problem, Bobo, dude. Yeah, doing dumb things when you're little, man. That's the beauty of being young and dumb. And if, parents, the government, someone's always going to try to tell you what's right or wrong, man. Someone will always try to do that. You shouldn't do that. Or someone will always try to guilt trip you. It's no big deal, man. You get through the day and keep moving and grooving, baby. You get to grab a girl's butt cheeks and give her a good kissing on the lips every day. That's great. If you can hug your son and take care of your daughter every day, that's good. If you're single like me, get through the day and hang out with other loved ones, that's perfect too, man. Nothing else really matters, It's all lip service. It's all lip service. Look at now. These are rolling hills, boys. These are what I like to call California rolling hills, man. Imagine being in like a wagon and a horseback, dude, trying to navigate through these rolling hills, dude. You'll never make it, man. I don't know how people made it back in the day. The Oregon Trail and traveling out west. Hey, what's up, Mo? How you doing, mama? Simplify. Jason, what's going on, brother? How you doing, fam? One day at a time, they say. Yes, ma'am. One day at a time. Dav, Nas, and SD all up. It's starting to work, dude. No way, Jason. The Dow's up. The Dow went up. I thought it was gonna crash. For a little bit longer. I was gonna buy on the low, man. Shoot. Ah, that's good. That's great. That's great news, man. That's great news. Ooh, man, I want to get off stream and check it out. That's great news, dude. All up 2.5. Nice. America, Mo. God, even Mo's patriotic. Even Mama Mo. Yeah, I see that's the thing, Bobo, dude. Like, even our females, like American females, dude, are some of them, man. I would say most of them are fucking patriotic, dude. These chicks can get super patriotic, bro. It's exciting, man. That's why you don't even have to be American or fight for your country, dude. Just be patriotic, man. Believe in the rules, and you're all good, man. I love when chicks are super patriotic, dude. It's like my biggest, like, it's almost, the last girl I dated, she didn't really care, but she always pretended to be like, she'd buy everything on it, and she'd pretend to get all motivated, dude. I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, this chick's a keeper, dude. She'd always try to celebrate 4th of July with me and stuff, or the Marine Corps ball. It was fun. America. Beautiful hills, Mo. It'll be a good 75 degrees to get today. Good beach weather, Good tan weather. Not too hot. A little chilly. I wish it was about 80, but, beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, it's nice drive, man. I haven't lost service. Usually, I think the signal booster works, guys. Come on, baby. Keep ticking on me. There we go. I think it works. I'll be damned, boys. I think the signal booster works. I mean, in these hills, I don't think I've really streamed going through. Maybe I have, but these hills are dangerous for cell signals, man. I think it works. I can't believe it. It kind of stalled out a little bit, but I think it works. Poor China is walking themselves into a Cold War. They should ask Russia what it was like. Oh, dude, China, I don't know, man. Yeah, China's gonna be, China's the middleman, devil dogs. You gotta fight. If you don't know who the sucker is at playing cards, then you are the sucker. You gotta find the sucker at the table. And I don't think, see, that's the thing, man. So you got to have some self-reflection, right? And that's when I mean, if you sit down and play poker with me and the boys, or me and Jason, you know, me and Devil Dog Jason, we're gonna find out who the sucker is at the table, and we're gonna weed out the shitty players, and then the good players will be the last ones at the table. That's how playing poker works. Same with politicians and governments. If China doesn't do any self-reflection, and if they don't realize that they're the middleman, then not good, not good. We're gonna see and you know, if you're investing in a Chinese company, you know, and you know if you know China's the middleman, then you stop investing, you know. Or, you know, if you have a company, I think that's what was happening, right? The stock market, I think the big ballers that have a lot of money in companies, if there's an American company that does business in China, and you know these tariffs are going into place, you pull your money out of that business, because you know that company's not going to be doing good in China. And I think we're seeing huge market swings because there's companies that have a ton of money, and businesses that do business in China, American companies that buy from Chinese companies. And if that company can't buy from China anymore, I'm pulling my money out. You know, I got to reinvest. I got to figure, and I think that's what we're seeing. Hopefully, I don't know. But if the NASDAQ and Dow are all going up again, that means the money's flowing back in. Oh man, this is interesting. Dude, honestly, guys, I don't know if you are, I get a little excited every day to kind of see what's going on in the world, you know, to see how our government's doing. I do get excited for that. It's strange. I used to get excited to see Biden get lost on stage, or, you know, I want to talk to the White House doctor. That, you know what, guys? That should prove it all, that doctors don't know shit. You know, if you think about it, you know, the White House doctor told us that Biden was fine, and he was sharp as a tack. It's all a game, man. It's all a game. Politically, medically, the Wuhan virus to the shutdowns. New times are rolling in day by day. It is, Bobo, and it's kind of exciting, brother. It is kind of exciting. Yeah. I mean, honestly, you know, if I lived in Denmark, I would be like, dude, this is wild. Like, our country might sell Greenland. Like, you know, it's just exciting. You know, it has nothing to really do with me. You know, I'm not. Honestly, man, if I can fly to Greenland, I would. I will fly to Greenland, and I'm sure I can still fly to Greenland. But if they put like a good bar there, I might fly out there just to see the good, true American patriots out there, brother. You know, they might be our new American friends. We got to go greet them, man. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys want a beer? Well, I don't know. Doctors don't know. Everything is based on hypotheses. Yeah. Hey, we're back in action. Hey, there we are. There we are. My bad, Devil Dogs. We're on top of Mount Baldy here, or whatever the hell this hill's called. Where the hell am I going? I just kept driving I was so busy talking to you guys, I forgot where I was going. From what I understand, the Greenlanders want to be Greenlanders, but they don't understand that Greenland can't stand on its own. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. Yeah, they're yeah, I mean, just like Bahamas, just like Cuba, just like, yeah, a lot of these, Hawaii, a lot of these countries can't. They just can't. Or, someone will take over. If someone will just, Russia or someone that will just dock a Navy vessel right off their coast. And that's it, man. You don't even have to send troops. Yeah, you're right. But 100%, Bobo. 100% right, man. A doctor is just a scientist when they start listening to patients and treat all as individuals. Then I'll change my mind. We used to have that, right? Back in the day. I mean, your own like private doctor that would actually kind of figure out what's wrong with you. Now it's more of a generic business mentality. Everyone takes the vaccine, so you got to take it. It's all garbage, man. And if you guys got the vaccine, that's fine, man. More power to you. I was 33 at that time? No way. I wasn't getting no vaccine, no way. One, I didn't want to. It was a waste of time. My time's more valuable than driving to wherever you get the vaccine. I don't even know. Where make an appointment? I'm not gonna. That ain't happening. I'm too busy. I gotta go to the gym. Not die. There you go, Mo. I know Miss Mo ain't gonna take no jab. I'm too busy, man. Like I don't have 10 minutes out of my day to go freaking sit in an office and talk. I not here in California, man. It takes about 30 minutes to get anywhere because you just gotta sit in traffic, and then it's just not worth it. That people did though. My company did. My company offered a couple $100 if you showed proof of it. Yeah. If you didn't, they didn't care. It was nice. Like I had some mom, the girl that I work with, she wanted the extra money. She was like, she's 55. She was like, Matt, I don't give a shit. I was like, what are you doing, Michelle? I was like, you're fine. You don't need no. She's like, I want the money. I was like, why do you need the money? You don't need the money. She's like, I want to go. She wanted to go to the casino. So she's like, I'll get the stupid jab to go to the casino. I was like, all right, more power to you, mama. Her kids are like 20 and 30, man. She don't care. She's like, she drinks a glass of wine a night, I was like, hell yeah, dude. If you want the money, go for it, Michelle. She did. She gambled. I think she won money off I think they gave her like $200. Make an appointment just to stand online for an hour. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I wouldn't take it for $1 million. I'm with you, Mo. I'm with you, Mama. I'm not. I'm just done. We're not all one big happy family. Because your neighbor does it doesn't mean you have to do it. Yeah. They pushed it on us hard, yo. Hard. Remember, you're going to kill they pushed that on us hard. That was to me the Wuhan and the vaccine. That was to me weapons of mass destruction, man. That was the weapons of mass destruction of someone else's time. They pushed it, they talked about it, we gotta do it, vote for it. But I think most Americans like Mo were like, fuck you. Like, I live in negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I got 2 kids. I don't need to be talking about what the government wants me to do. The government, everyone in government's old and fat and out of shape anyways. Like, you think they have your best health like, no. I know what's good for my body. I'm young and in shape. They're old and I'm not listening to Nancy Pelosi, Big Titty Magoo, you know. She probably has ulcers all over her liver. She probably freaking has to take diabetic medication. You know, what are you talking about? What are we talking about here? And the best part about America, all you know, medical stuff, all that crap, it's all private, man. It's all private. You don't need to be talking about your medical, your personal medical stuff, right? Just to test for them, it was insane. One of my friends got threatened with getting fired for not getting vaxxed. So he got vaxxed. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how governments do it. They'll threaten your oan job, man. Make an appointment. It was insane. Just a test for them. Yeah, just a test. That's right, Mo. If they could have gotten away with it, they would have kept pushing for more and more and more. Biden had more COVID deaths than Trump. That's strange, man. And then every once in a while, Jason, right, you would, some like doctor would be giving a speech about something, about COVID or something, about the Wuhan, and they would end up passing out, like strangely, you know? Or some, you know, I heard, you know, some soccer, I was in Vegas and some soccer player collapsed. You know, you start hearing weird stories, you know. It's like, my sister took the jab when pregnant, had an emergency C-section days later. No way. No way, Mo. Oh, that's so dangerous. Is the baby okay now? I'm assuming the baby's okay now. Wow, what? Whoa. A lot of people say Europe has free healthcare, but it's not. It's just taxed for it, and it's still lousy. Yeah, everyone in Europe has free healthcare because they pay the government to provide them with healthcare. A middleman, worry about that middleman. Mo, you know, if you ask Mo, hey, who's your provider for healthcare? Or you got insurance? She's going to say, yeah, I get it myself. You know, if you want drugs, you just go to the drug dealer. You know, you don't go to the drug dealer's drug dealer, you know, or you go to the guy who's growing the plant in his closet. You don't go to the drug dealer. You just go to your neighbor. Hey, you got that? Yeah, here. And you get, you know, imagine paying your drug dealer. So you pay the guy who farms the drugs. You pay the farmer to farm the drugs and then provide the drugs to the dealer for you to go buy. That doesn't make sense. Get the drug, you know, yeah. I got free healthcare too. It's the same thing. You know, I work for insurance. The insurance I have to pay a monthly fee or a tax, and I get to go and break my arm and they'll fix it for free, you know. And I'll have to pay like a $10 deductible or something when I get to the doctor's office, because nothing is really free. You still got to somehow pay for the paper you're signing, or, you know, you pay for whatever. I don't know. But, you know, a transaction has to be made, and bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, I don't want the government to be providing me with much, you know. Especially when it comes to healthcare, I gotta pick my own doctors. You know, I like picking my. It's like picking your favorite Pokemon. You know, if I can pick Charizard, you know, I would pick him. I don't want the government picking Pikachu for me. And I want the best Pokemon. How do I know that the government's giving me the best doctor? How do you know? How do you even know he's a doctor? You know. You trust in the government that much to tell you that he's a doctor? I don't think so. I don't trust the government to tell me that the world's flat. Nope, I'm a vet and I don't pay medical tax payers do. There you go. You still pay for medical out of your own pocket. So Bobo, if This happened with many pregnant women, and hospitals never reported any of it, all brushed under the rug. I think they got that like it's like it was a clinic. It was when do they do that? When in America does something that is provided to you not have any accountability, or that company's not reliable? That's a clinical trial, right? I mean, that's what everyone was based. I mean, you do you take the placebo pill to see if this, it's that we'll give you 1,000. You're a test subject. That's what I meant. Test subject. We don't know if it works or not. Some of you will get a placebo effect. Some will take the real deal. There are side effects, but you got to sign this waiver so you can't sue the company. All the government basically told everyone, that all the medical staff, that you guys won't get sued, and you'll probably I don't know, man. We went weapons of mass destruction. It was a total farce, dude. It was a total bullcrap. I mean, here in Denmark, we pay out of pocket. Sorry. So Bobo, like, if you go see the doctor, like if I make an appointment, which I did make an appointment to go see a doctor in a month or so, for personal reasons. So you'll have to pay like we call it I call it like a administration fee. You walk in, your deductible is like $20 just to see the doctor. You fill out a couple forms, you give them your insurance card, wham bam, thank you ma'am. You wait 10 minutes, the doctor calls you in, you talk to the doctor, and that's it. That's what you pay for. If you don't have insurance, you have to pay for that visit, which could be, I don't know, $100. I don't know how much it is. I've always had insurance, because if you have a job, you basically will have insurance. If you have like an emergency, if you break your arm, there's free healthcare. There's free healthcare in America. Yes, there is. If you break your arm, or if you're really sick, drive to the hospital, go to the emergency room, and they will have to take care of you. They will take care of you. They can try to bill you all they want. So there was a time in my life, Devil Dogs, where I got stitches on my forehead. I got in a fist fight, and then the dude cracked me right in the skull, and I had like 8 stitches on the side of my temple. There's still a little baby scar, but it's pretty much gone. You can't even tell. I drove my friend took me right to the emergency room. They stitched me up. I didn't have insurance at the time. Maybe I did. I don't remember, but they never got my insurance card. I got messed up. But they tried to bill me like $3,000 for the stitches and the emergency room visit. Kaiser in LA, the Kaiser Hospital, and I grabbed that bill. I threw it away a couple times. They billed me again. I would throw it away. They billed me again. I threw it away, and then finally, I think I went to collections. I did this for about 8 years, and then they billed me one more time, and I wrote them a check for $1, and I said, I'll pay you whenever you bill me. I'll pay you $1 every time, and then they stopped billing me. That's how you do it, boys. If you get a bill that's not like a credit card, or nothing of importance, maybe you owe a late fee for Hollywood Video. Remember Hollywood Video or Blockbuster? You have to pay a late fee. My mom taught me this. She just said, dude, just write them a check for $1 every time, and they'll just stop sending you the money, or they'll stop sending you the This is gonna take freaking forever. So I did that, man. I sent them $1, and I don't think they even cashed the check. So that's how you can get free health care. And I want to do that with, you can't have breast implants, or, people equivalent beauty and like maintenance as health care. There is a way around it. Yeah, they help everyone. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Longbeard? The best medical care belongs at home. James, you're dropping dimes and knowledge today, brother. You come in kicking down the door. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. Best healthcare comes from at home. Wow. Yeah, I mean, why? Yeah, you took the words right in my mouth, brother. Right, they speeded all it because they knew it was shady. Oh yeah, shady biz, dude. Shady biz. Bear Valley. Am I at Bear Valley? If you are able working body, you pay your own medical bills. If you're lazy and ready to entitlements for medical, yeah. Yeah, that's how it rolls, man. Like, so here's another story. My older brother, got shot right in the, that soft spot in between your cha-chas, and it's a little gooey spot. It's a little gooey spot right under your breastbone. My brother took a shot right in the chest, right there, boom, and we had to take him to an emergency because if someone's hurt, you take him to the emergency room, and he wasn't insured, and they try to bill him too. And my brother was so poor at the time. You can't bill a poor person. So, and my brother was a scumbag back in the day, and he just threw the bill away. And I never heard from that again. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but it has worked. I've been to places where it has worked. I've done the deeds. Yeah, someone. I got cracked in the skull right here. Someone put me down back in my fighting days. I was and it wasn't like you should have seen the other guy. That dude actually cracked me. That's $50 per pill aspirin. So yeah, your solar. Yeah, that thing. I forget what it's called. But anyways, devils, I'm out of here. Bobo, Semper Fi, brother, James, Jason. My face beat up a trailer hitch one. Yeah, that guy. You should have seen that guy's fist. I broke his fist, man, with my skull. Semper Fi, James. Semper Fi, brother. Jason, Bobo, take care, man. You guys are all dismissed. Morning formation dismissed, and we'll rendezvous here. Final formation at 1600, give or take, and then we'll get dismissed from there. Anyways, boys, I'm out of here. Thanks for showing up, and Semper Fi. Peace. Later, guys.